Hello, and welcome back to Big G's Railroad Channel. This is Big G, your host, and today I'm bringing you Gary Walters N-Scale Update number 29. We have had 28 previous updates, and I am happy to bring you number 29. It is my honor and privilege to bring you that. I hope you enjoy, and I am glad to show you the progress that I've made in the last 2 weeks. I took last week off from videoing to do a few things around the house. Got a new washer and dryer, got that installed. Went and did some things in the yard, got that taken care of. But now I am back to work on the layout and very happy to make some progress. A couple of you out there that watch the channel are making excellent progress on your layouts, and I've been watching a few of the videos, got me motivated and inspired to move around and keep on doing quite a bit of layout work. Very glad that I was able to finally get past the window over here, get past rebuilding the layout and on to new projects. So without further ado, I'll turn the camera around, and I'll show you what we've got on the layout. Thank you for watching, and see you in a second. Alright, in the last video I did say that I was going to try to have some trains running. I still have my little electrical gremlin down there. I've not done any electrical work in the last 2 weeks on the layout. Did, however, read a couple of comments, and one of them I greatly appreciate. Running a jumper over there, or even putting a little bit of solder on the rail joints. I'm planning on trying that. I'll have a day off coming up here later this week and plan on trying to rectify that situation. But greatly appreciate those comments. Keep them coming in. All the tips, tricks, and shortcuts that you guys can think of that I might be able to use here on the layout. Greatly appreciate it. Let them come on in. But as you can see, like I said, in case it's been a couple weeks or several weeks since you tuned in, the window is in and the layout is back together on around. And I got this painted last time. I was going to put some joint compound, if you recall, right here. I'm still planning on doing that. I wanted to actually do some new work on the layout, which that would have been new work there, but went ahead and moved on past the yard and started doing some planning for the future. Like I said, August 7th of this year will be my 2-year anniversary on the layout. I definitely want to finish the layout as far as scenery goes. So with that being the case, I've started moving around and doing a few things. I am planning, and this is where I would like some comments and some help. I'm planning on trying to build a 3-track tunnel portal. So if you guys have got any ideas or suggestions on that, I need 2 of them. Planning on trying to do that and pop that right here. And as I destroyed my mountain, saw that first here on Big G's Railroad Channel. But I went ahead and decided that I'm going to move this tunnel portal out, which I'll have to cut it right in the center, extend that out just a little bit to make it for the tracks there, because right now I don't even think I can get the smallest of cars through that right now. But I'll do that cut and extend that out just a little bit. So this riser here, or this edge, will come on out and go over the top, cover all of that up. It's a nice little gap there. That'll spin that on around. But as you can see, I started laying some foam over here, just kind of getting the landforms together. Doing some planning. I'm planning on, after I get this video uploaded, to finish that work. Now these gaps right here that you're seeing, right here, there, and over here, and then further on, I'll be taking those and filling those in with joint compound once I get those glued in. But my idea is that this will be kind of a quick set scenery base. I'll be able to build that up, and what I want to do is I want to have a little farm scene up on the top of the hill or mountain here. And at first I thought about bringing the barn and the house over a little closer and having kind of a rock cut in behind there. But I want to maximize as much of the land as I can, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a tunnel on the top level as well. So when these 3 tracks come together, the yard lead and the 2 main lines, they'll disappear up underneath the farm, go into the tunnel portal, and then they'll come around the curve, and after they do the 90 degrees, they'll go through another tunnel portal over there, and I'll have maximize the farmland and be able to add plenty of cows and horses, and I've got some pigs to add in as well. Not just myself, but actual models of pigs. So we'll be doing that. But where I've got this landform here, I went ahead and did the 2-inch riser or 2-inch foam there. I'm going to take and probably do rock cut through all of that. I may periodically put in some retaining walls, but for the most part, I think all of that is going to be rock wall, and it'll come on around and kind of go up where the auto reverse is, and I'll trim this down a little bit, and then on the back side of that where the yard lead is, I'm going to try to contour it to the hillside there. I may have it raised up just a little bit so that it'll kind of duck in behind, because when you're looking at it from the foreground here, that is quite a few tracks and stuff going on. So I may have the hill kind of conceal some of that on the back side so that you only see it when you're on that end of the layout. But I went ahead and, as you can tell, did some cleaning. And for those of you that are curious what 1 acre looks like in scale, this is 1 acre that I have drawn out onto the layout. I forgot that I'd done this, but I actually have 1 square acre right here on the layout just to see, to give you an idea. So that's 1 acre, and here in a second I'll give you a better visual of what 1 acre looks like on an N-scale layout. So that is about an 8.5 foot run there, and you can see that acre ties up most of the turnaround here. I forget, I know it's back in several of my episodes at the beginning on what the radius is here, but that radius eats up most of that. So I'd say this whole turnaround section maybe 2.5, possibly 3 acres, but not very much space in an acre on an N-scale layout. So when you think that you've actually built quite the empire, you're really not building much. If you take that 1 square acre and you look at it over the whole layout, I may have 20 acres total, maybe closer to 30, but it's not very much. But the whole layout itself, when it goes all the way around the main line, and then it goes, say I started a train here on the backside of this building, and it went all the way around the layout, down the lower side, and then back around up onto the upper side, and comes back, it's traveled 2.5 miles. So that's a 2.5 mile run for the whole layout, and like I said, that's over the course of about maybe 20 to 30 acres is what I would roughly guess right there, being that is 1 acre, that square box on the layout drawn out. Thought that was a neat little tidbit, and I did that months and months ago, and it was covered up with junk. Never even looked at it from that point on. Forgot it was there, and the other day when I was doing some work on the layout, uncovered it, and I got a little chuckle out of that. I was like, oh yeah, I remember doing that and forgetting to share it with everybody here on the YouTube channel. So there's a quick little tidbit. I also went ahead, and while I was working on the layout, something that I've needed to do for a very, very long time, probably at least over, I think I put this whole scene together about a year ago, or started on it about a year ago. As you can tell, I've got new bracing in. I had to drop the gaps here, and the reason being is I needed my tower bins to actually fit into the layout. So as you can tell, I've got it raised up just a little higher than what the tower bins are, but I'm planning on putting those on footers, and not only that, I'm actually planning on contouring the land down here a little bit. And then when I put the second bridge in, the tower bends are going to be really close, so I'm going to have to modify the way that they actually go together. I'll probably take the second kit that I'm going to put together, put the first tower bend in, and then modify the second one onto that one, or modify it around the one that I've already got set. So that's some projects to come. But as you can tell, I've added in several pieces of the foam and raised it about 2 inches here, maybe 2.5, somewhere around in there. Got that added in. So that was taking apart some of the layout again, which I've got practice at it now, and I'm getting pretty good. I did that all took that whole section out right there and put it back together probably within less than an hour's worth of time. So if you need to take your layout apart and put it back together, call Big G. I've done it twice in the last month and really don't want to take anything apart anymore. So I will have to take this foam out once I get the bridge set and in. I'll be needing to order some Microflex or Microengineering bridge track, or get some bridge track to put in, so that'll be good to go. I may try to cut the ties and put them in, but with the Atlas Flex Track, with them having the joints in between each of these, you can't just slide a piece of wood, balsa wood or basswood across there. So I'm gonna wind up trying to find me some bridge track and put that in and get that taken care of. But overall, very happy with what I've gotten done. I look forward to having even more done, and hopefully having some of the contours in maybe by next week when you tune back in. So without further ado, I'll let you go for the evening, and thank you for watching. As always, stay safe out there. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. And then also, if you don't mind, go ahead and leave me a comment or a question, or even if you have some tips for me how I'm going to build the 3-track portal, go ahead and leave that on the comments down below. I greatly appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye for now.